Today I'm changing out the spark plugs on a Lexus RX350. I'm just going to go over the process really quickly with you to try to help you out doing it on your own. Basically, once you pull that cover off, the top cover, you'll see the front three coils and plugs. Those are pretty easy to get to. The back plugs are the hard ones to get to. You got to take the intake off in order to get to them. Basically, I leave the box on there, the air filter box. I disconnect the coupler between the throttle body and the air box, and then I take the throttle body off. Once I take the throttle body off, that allows me not to disconnect the coolant lines, and it gives me more room to get to the back mount brace on the intake. Now, this one, I believe it's a 12 millimeter. There's another one back here on the back side that's the harder one to get to. It sits behind the coil back there. I normally get a mirror and I reach back there with an extension and a 12 millimeter, and I'm able to get to it with my hand just by sliding it down through there. I look in the mirror to see where the socket is and make sure it's on the head before I start twisting on it. Now once that's off, you want to take your 4 bolts off in the center, and then you got 2 nuts on each side. You start rotating the intake forward. Make sure you take your vacuum lines off and electrical connectors. Once you get it up a little bit, you'll be able to reach the bracket on the back side, because the bracket will normally start hitting the valve cover on the back. But I'll show you the bracket right here. Right here is the bracket. It sets on the back of the intake on that bolt right there. It's kind of hard to get to that one because of the wiring and everything. So I normally, once I start rotating the intake forward, you can get to this one right here, which is a 12 millimeter also. Once you take that off, the intake slides right out without any issues. Once you get that intake off, you want to take some rags or some tape, cover the intake so you don't drop anything down in there. Now, whenever you get to the spark plugs, they're kind of a pain to get out. I usually use a extension, a 3/8 extension with a wobble head on it. The wobble head allows the socket to be able to make that corner because the extension will start hitting the firewall on the back. Also, the coils, just take your time whenever you're taking them out. You can wiggle them back and forth and twist them. You'll be able to get them out without having to completely remove the wiring harness. And then whenever you're putting everything back together, just reverse the process. Make sure that you don't leave anything unbolted. Make sure that you torque everything down the specs on the intake. Just reverse process on everything. Other than that, thanks for watching my video.